Hello everyone, today we are looking at the Holiday Herringbone Peaky by Boston Scally Company. Let's get to it! Here it is. This is the Holiday Herringbone Peaky. This is an 8-panel red herringbone polyester cap. In Boston Scally's own words, this Scally cap features our signature 8-panel construction in a red and black herringbone pattern that captures the warmth and cheer of the holiday season. Here is the cap in hand. This is the Holiday Herringbone Peaky from Boston Scally Company. And as you can see, that is exactly what it is. There are no other patterns on here, no other colors. It is just strictly throughout a herringbone. That is all this cap is. This was actually a new release from Boston Scally this year. They did have quite a few re-releases with their holiday collection, but this was one of the caps that was new. Another that comes to mind is A Christmas Story. I love that cap. I did a review on it, and I just absolutely really like this one too. As I've said in past reviews, I'm not a huge fan of more simplistic caps at times. I think they're fine, and I think they have a place. I just typically go for the more loud, eccentric looking caps more often than not. This one is not that though. This one's just a plain looking herringbone cap. And my biggest complaint with the herringbone is just that I just don't tend to gravitate toward the black and gray herringbone. Those colors just don't do much for me. But when it comes to this, this looks great. I really like the red. It's a bold looking red. It's a really handsome looking cap through and through, as you can tell. And if you did notice, when I was showing the cap in the pictures at the beginning of the video, the still frames, I did have the little Christmas pin on there, the Christmas tree pin. And that's a great looking pin. It looks fantastic on this cap. But what happened between that and the time I began filming this video was that I actually acquired the Griswold pin. As you see here in the picture, such a fantastic looking pin. The Griswold cap itself is actually a Grail cap now from Boston Scally Company, which is kind of odd to me because it's just really all the Griswold cap is a Boondock cap. And it's just the gray. If you get the gray edition Boondock cap, as you see here, the only difference is the lining, the green and the red, and that is it. Otherwise, it looks exactly the same, as I can tell, to the Griswold. So I don't know, if you ever did find it on eBay, I'm sure the prices would be sky high. So I don't know why you would pay that amount of money when you could just fake it so easily with the Boondock. But the reason this pin, that I have this pin, is because when they did re-release The Grinch, they pulled that out of the vault and offered that for a short amount of time. They also offered the pin, the Griswold pin, which was weird. I don't know why they didn't offer the Grinch pin, but they offered the Griswold pin. So I picked that up. And by the way, that is, since I've been buying Boston Scally caps, products, apparel, all of that, which has been almost a year now. January will be a year. This pin, the Griswold pin, was the fastest thing I've ever seen sell out. This thing sold out in about an hour and a half. So this thing went quick. And I already see it on eBay for about 20 bucks, I think, starting price to bid on it or buy it now, whatever people are putting it up as. So this pin is wildly popular, and it just looks so good on this cap. And I bought the pin. I was like, well, I've got to put it on at least one Christmas cap that I have. And this was one that didn't have a pin already. So I went ahead and I put it on this cap. And I think it looks great. I love, probably like most of y'all, I love National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. It's a hallmark thing for the holidays now. It's such an awesome movie. It's Chevy Chase at his best. Just a ton of quotable lines. Just a great movie. Obviously one of the best Christmas movies out there, even now. But yeah, this pin, it went like wildfire. It was just, gone. It just, it did not last long on Boston Scally site. So I was very, very happy to get it. Again, I didn't think they would send the Christmas coal cap when I just bought a pin. It would have been hilarious if they would have, right? That would have been pretty funny. Spend $8 and get this cap. They could have easily sold for $50, and then people are selling for $500. In one of my reviews recently, I think it was the Kringle, I showed how expensive this Christmas coal cap was going for, since Boston Scally didn't sell it directly off their site. It was just essentially you get chosen, they put in a Christmas coal cap in your order and you get it. There were only 500, so all of these people out here these lucky people out here getting them. Some of them are selling them, as we knew would happen. So my chances, they're absolutely over now. I thought they were over with the Kringle because I didn't think I'd be buying anymore. But once this pin came up, I went ahead and got it. I didn't think I'd get it with the pin, and I didn't. So no surprise there. But man, this holiday herringbone is just, again, such a great looking Christmas cap. And as you can see, the interior here, it's just the typical the Boston Scally. Although you do see right there the two leaves of the holly, so you do have that, which is a cool little addition, I think, there on this cap. So I really like this cap. I think it's one of Boston Scally's top tier Christmas caps. Even though you can't go wrong with any of their holiday offerings, I think all of their holiday Christmas caps are great caps. I really like them all. There's not a single one I wouldn't get. So I'm coming around to herringbone, especially when it's done this well. I think this is just, like I said, such a great looking cap. It's a handsome cap. It looks just really classy. It's a classy looking cap, I think. And so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to rate the holiday herringbone. I rate on a scale from 1 to 5, 1 being the worst, 5 being the best. I'm going to give the holiday herringbone by Boston Scally Company a 4 out of 5. This is a tremendous looking cap. It's a very simplistic cap. If you want to go that route, which isn't always my preferred route, but in this case, I think it's done masterfully. It's done it couldn't have been done better. I mean, if I'm going to go for a herringbone, this would be the cap I would have made, I think. So they did a great job with this cap. Boston Scally Company did. So thank y'all so much for joining me today. If you do have this cap, because I know a lot of people were wanting, just kind of a more a simplistic looking cap in the herringbone style, and Boston Scally delivered. That's what they gave us this year. Great looking cap. So if you do have it, let me know what you think. How would you rank it among Boston Scally's other holiday caps? Because for me, it's way up there. It's a great looking cap. So thank y'all so much for joining me today, and I hope y'all all have a Merry Christmas. See you next time.